hello and welcome back. So I just recorded this, but I didn't have my mic on. So here we are with we're gonna go ahead and do this again. So here we are with another video, but with a hat format video. So this past weekend, over on October the 12th, we did have a hat tournament over at Collectible Exchange. It was a PS5 tournament and the pricing got bumped. Okay, so we were not expecting as many people to turn out as they did, and yeah, 54 of y'all came by and were ready to play. There was also probably about another, I think 4 or 5 people that like wanted to play, but were not able to get the cards they needed to go ahead and play the day of. So this potentially could have hit 60 players for the first hat tournament, like big hat tournament that I think there has been recently. So for first place, they did once get a PS5. Second place actually was able to walk away with a Nintendo Switch, and then third place walked away with an Ulti Big Eye, and fourth place walked away with an Ulti Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. And then I believe what is it, 5th through 8th also got a Yggdrasil Materials playmat. So huge success of a tournament. And shout outs to everyone that came by, and thank you everyone for being as amazing as you honestly could have been at the event. So heading into the Swiss rounds, here we go with the deck breakdown. So we had 3 Sylvans, 3 Madolche, 3 Bujin, 3 Lightsworn, 4 Spellbook, 4 Mythic Ruler, 8 Mermail, 8 Yugioh, and then 9 hat decks. We also had 10 miscellaneous decks that were, it just would have made the pie graph just look a little meh having all those in there. But in all honesty, just after seeing what was actually at the event, I was very surprised that it was as diverse as it is. Maybe once these tournaments start getting a lot bigger and they start pushing maybe like 80 to like 100 people, maybe these graphs are going to look a lot different. But for 54 players, the demographic of the tournament is pretty wide. I was honestly expecting there to be more hat decks, less Yugioh, more Mermail, and more Spellbook, in all honesty. So seeing these all like about where they're at right now is honestly kind of surprising. And then yeah, I think that's really about it for Swiss. Swiss rounds were honestly pretty dope. I did see, unfortunately, I think it might be on Playtest IRL's channel. Round 1, it was Spellbook versus Spellbook. Out of 4 players, they ended up playing each other, and it was just too funny to see. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the top 8 breakdown, where we have 3 Mermail, 2 Hat, 2 Yugioh, and then 1 Madolche. All right, I am currently someone that is getting into the format, and Madolche is the deck that I chose to play. So seeing Madolche top 8 the event was honestly very confirming that, like, okay, this is a deck that I should be playing, I can be playing, and it's something that I can expect if I play well enough to go ahead and top with. Also was a little bit more surprised that not too many other hat decks made it in, and that Mermails was taking up a bigger chunk of the top 8 decks than it is. So very surprising. And yeah, let's go ahead and show y'all who made it in. So here we are with the top 8 photo, and once again, this did happen over at Collectible Exchange. Let's see, let me go ahead and pull the names up real quick. Let's see, we had Juan, we had Dimitri, we had John, we had Primitivo. I'm probably butchering that name, but whatever. We have Daniel, Joe, Carlos, and Timothy. All right, so let's go ahead and head into the deck list. Like I assume that's all you guys are here for. In 8th place, we do have Timothy P with Madolce. All right. Honestly, I really love his list. It's very simple. It's very clean. It's actually giving me something to kind of potentially take from to go ahead and put into my Madolce list. Like I really like the Kage de Kage. I also really like the instant fusions as well as the Skullmeister. It's just great ways to extend, as also some nice interaction to have. And I'm also liking the double DD Crow in the main. Currently right now I'm only running one in the main, 2 in the side, so possibly bumping that up is kind of neat. At least the difference is also is that he's playing 2 Messenger Lotto, I play 3, so cutting that back down is kind of smart. Also in the side, as you can see, he's playing deck dev. I did not think you could play deck dev in this deck, but you actually can. And knowing that, I think I'm going to go ahead and be putting those in my deck as well to go ahead and hit some of the other problematic decks in the format and just go ahead and like get some hand knowledge along with it. Also inside, he's also playing one of the field spell, the Chateau. So I know my list it has me playing 2 in the main. He's playing 1 in the main, 1 in the side. And then he's also playing MSTs in the main and also has the lances in the side. So shout out to Timothy for going ahead and making top 8 and placing 8th in the tournament. Or placing 8th with Madolce. Sorry. All right. Heading into 7th place, we have Carlos C playing Yugioh. From everything that I've seen, his list is pretty standard outside of the fact that he's only playing 2 Soul Charge, and he's also elected to play Fiendish Chains in the main. That's honestly something that I did see it come in pretty clutch for him in a lot of his matchups when I was able to observe. Let's see, he's also playing the D-Fissure in the side. I can only assume maybe that's for going against the water deck like Mermels and whatnot, just going ahead and just turn their graveyard off completely and put them behind. He's also playing the Macrocosmos in there as well as 2 Noblemen of Crossouts. Also something that's in his side that is pretty spicy that I really like is the double DNA Surgery. I'm assuming that's in there to go ahead and turn off certain turn off certain matchups, like they're not able to go into certain XYZs or maybe even synchros, and potentially even it making like it to where he's able to make in a lot of his make his Yugioh synchro or not synchro XYZ a lot easier potentially. But yeah, no, I'd have to ask him to figure out why the DNA surgery is in there. But at least from like just outside looking in, once again, I am new to the format. I can only imagine it's for potentially just shutting off certain extra deck options. All right, heading into 6th place, we do have Joe T with the first Hat deck in the top 8 that y'all have seen. He is playing the Card D version with Card Trooper. He is not playing what was it? He's not playing the hands, so he's playing those without the hands. And outside of that, I think everything else is pretty standard. He is playing 3 Call of the Haunted, and then his side is pretty simple. Once again, instead of playing DNA Surgery, he's also electing to play Zombie World. I assume it's for the exact same reasons, just mainly to go ahead and shut off certain decks and not allow them to be able to use the advantages that they need of certain types of monsters. Also, something that he's playing on the side that I did not know was in the format is XYZ Encore. That is something that, as playing current advanced format, has been something that's been a huge card for me. Seeing that's in this format now, knowing this format is very XYZ reliant. It's something that I'm definitely going to be looking into playing, or at least finding a way to like what matchups that would really help me against. All right, heading into the 5th place list, we have the second yugioh, I believe, right? This is the second one, or is it the third one? I think this might be the third one. So this one's pretty similar to Carlos's, outside of he's playing 3 Soul Charge in the main. He's also elected to play the Horn of Heavens in the main, and as well as Divine Wrath. I did actually get to watch a couple of the matches, and Divine Wrath went crazy. I think probably one of the few people, if maybe even if the only person playing Divine Wrath that I saw, and it was very much help. There's a reason he got 5th, and I think Divine Wrath as well as the Phoenix Wings were definitely the reasons why. I also really love his side deck. It's very simple, it's very clean. You know what you're doing with it. You got triple MST, triple Needle Sealing, triple Rivalry, triple 7 tools, and then triple Vanity's Emptiness. It's short, simple, and to the point, and that's why I love it so much. You know, it's definitely one of the options that you can elect to whenever you're going to build your side deck. You can always have the super simple one, or you can also have the very diverse one, but with the diverse version, you don't normally get to see those options as much as you would want. All right, heading into the 4th place. Now here we are with our first Mermail deck in top 8. Let me know down in the comments how many Mermail decks made it into top 8. So here we go with Primitovo S's Mermail deck. One thing that I'm noticing in his list that's a little bit different is he's playing the Atlantean Frontliner. I'm probably not getting that name right, but it's the one in the top left. He is electing to play 3 copies instead of the usual 2. He's also playing 1 salvage in the main, and I think that's really it. And then here we are with the side. As you can see, here's the other option that you can go with for siding. He's having a lot of 1-ofs and just having like kind of a toolbox side to be able to go into a plethora of matchups rather than kind of just having certain ones for select ones. He's also playing the Malevolent Catastrophe in the side, which is an absolutely, just did not know this card existed, and I saw it resolve a few times, and it was just backbreaking for their opponent. I saw it resolve once and it hit for 5 with like no response, and it was just like, wow, I can't believe this just happened. Outside of that, that's really it for the side. Everything's, I think, kind of normal. I mean, the Effect Veilers, I think he's probably one of the few people playing Effect Veiler in the side or just in their deck in general. So that was kind of neat. Heading into 3rd place, here we are with Fitz, or John F, aka Fitz. Here we are with his Mermail deck. I think his is, I want to say his is like more standard than anything else. However, the fact he's not, I don't know if this is something that's just a trend, but he's also just not playing Compulse, and he's not playing the Solemn Warning in his deck. I have seen that in a few lists, so I don't know if that's standard or not. I'm assuming it maybe is because you are running the Soul Charges and you kind of just don't want to be like down on life that much. And then going into his side, as you can see, it's actually kind of, it's more simple, but has like a couple 1-ofs here and there. You know, we got the triple GD Crow, double Debunk, double Light Imprisoning, double Catastor, 1 Mind Control, triple MST, 1 Needle Sealing, and then the 1 Atlantean Marksman in there as additional copies. And yeah, no, that's really it for this list. I really do love the catastrophes, though. The Malevolent Catastrophe is actually just it's just an insane card. It's quite good. All right, heading into 2nd place with Dimitri M with our other H.A.T deck. So as you can see here, this is one list that is playing with the hand, so it is playing the full H.A.T package. Also playing only 2 Cult Haunted instead of the 3, as well as I think that's really it. Everything else kind of seems standard for the deck. And then going into the side, here we are with another Malevolent Catastrophe and more of a toolboxy kind of side with one knock, one mind, one MST, as well as one debunk and a few other cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head into the first place deck of the tournament, the one that won it all. Here we go with Juan M, aka Swagger. His list is way different from everyone else's, at least when it comes down to Mermail. He is electing to play it's mostly other lists are only playing one of the Mermail. It's the third card, the third one. I can't remember the name of it, but most lists are only playing one. He is electing to go ahead and play two. He is also playing 3 of the Gen X controller instead of 2 like most of the other lists are. He's also electing to play 3 salvage, where other lists are playing either none or 1. Most of them are playing none, I believe. And he's also playing triple soul charge, double vanity's emptiness in the main. Honestly, his deck kind of it won the event, and it looks very good. In all honesty, like, I understand why the salvages are in there. He's also trying to, like, I'm assuming he's trying to turbo through his hand as much as he quite possibly can, and going ahead and getting that advantage back as well. And then going into his side, it's a pretty simple side, just like we saw earlier. I absolutely fucking love it. We got the triple DD Crow, triple MST, double Cataster, double Needle Sealing, triple Lightning Imprisoning Mirror, and then the one Twister. I really love the one Twister, because I mean the Twister can turn off your emptiness as well as just shut off maybe your opponent's emptiness. It's more reactive. You don't have to set it, you can just keep it in hand. And I'm a Twister truther. I love the card. It just makes a whole lot of sense if you want to be more reactive and you know, keep stuff in your hand rather than putting it on the board. Like I for like maybe what is it, like Dawn Tornado and stuff like that. And it's just the 4th MST, really. Oh, it's a little worse, but you know, I really love it. So yeah, that is it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Also, you know, shout outs to Collectible Exchange and everyone else that showed up. Once again, it was a whole lot of fun, and I'm very excited for tournaments happening in the future. Also, there should be another huge hat tournament happening at Collectible Exchange within the month, at least within the next 30 days. I need to go ahead and get with the shop owner to go ahead and coordinate what day, and so that way I can go ahead and get the flyer made. And then I do know that there will be locals at Collectible Exchange for hat format as well. I believe he is just trying to figure out which day it is. It's either gonna, I believe right now the 2 days in contention are Thursday or Saturday afternoon. I think like the 2 p.m. slot for him. I think that's what he's looking at. So yeah. For any other additional information about tournaments happening at Collectible Exchange, you know, definitely go ahead and drop a subscribe, and you know, go ahead and follow me on social medias for any and all updates for any tournaments that are happening at Collectible Exchange, Gameology, or any of the other SoCal game stores. And yeah, videos for the tournament will be out in the week, so look forward to those. And yeah, I believe I've rambled on enough. Thank y'all very much, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.